I got a little screen, but we're gonna keep doing what we do. Yeah, YouTube, we ain't gonna stop. We ain't gonna cry. We just gonna go ahead and get by. All right. The Blu-ray. Y'all remember that when we was on this? You got Blu-ray, my D? You better have it in the spirit. Hey, let's get it.
Many of you have heard of Project Bluebeam. Of those of you who have, how many of you know what Project Bluebeam is? Well, let's go slow. There's Project Bluebeam and there's Project Blue Book. Now, it's very important not to confuse the two because one of them was a real government project and the other was not. Project Blue Book was the Air Force name for a project that investigated UFO reports between 1947 and 1969. Project Blue Beam was a hypothetical scenario or a theory describing a government conspiracy. I think what has happened is that over time these two projects begin to overlap in people's minds, and so many people may think that Project Bluebeam was an officially documented classified government project. In reality, Project Bluebeam is just an idea, a theory. I don't think it's a bad theory, but it is a theory nevertheless. The reason I bring this up is because lately people have been talking about it. People have been sending me messages, short form videos and comments mentioning Project Bluebeam. So maybe this is a good time to discuss it. I want to talk about Project Bluebeam and Project Blue Book so that we all have a much clearer and better understanding of both, so that there is no confusion about this and so we don't get lost in the theories associated. Because it has gotten to the point where people who are familiar with Project Bluebeam are expecting it to occur. And with everything that has been happening in our world today, I don't blame them. I've seen people associate Project Bluebeam with these drone sightings, which has become a worldwide phenomenon.
Woo, 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 woo. You know it. You know, for everything that I do, I come to you with the truth. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, I know you've been seeing all the news about the crazy stuff these celebrities are doing at those parties with the baby oil. The news is telling us
on plasma studies. In this video, we will explore this gripping narrative packed with thrilling science and mind-bending possibilities. Plasmoids are a profound scientific mystery, linking atmospheric phenomena to potential extraterrestrial and technological interactions. These self-organizing plasma structures, often observed near thunderstorms or in space, represent critical components in understanding UAPS and their reported behaviors. Unlike ordinary plasma, plasmoids exhibit remarkable stability and complexity. They can pulsate, change shape, and even split into smaller plasmoids, behaviors that spark comparisons to biological systems. Recent studies, like those detailed in the 2024 paper on UAPs, highlight plasmoids as a plausible explanation for many mysterious sightings. For instance, pulsating plasma-like objects have been documented hovering near thunderstorms and following aircraft. These objects, which exhibit extraordinary maneuvers, may align with the known characteristics of plasmoids and their interactions with electromagnetic fields. An example from the paper includes plasmoids interacting with space missions, showcasing behaviors that appear to reflect environmental responsiveness. These interactions underline their ability to influence human technology and raise questions about their potential complexity. But what makes plasmoids truly fascinating is their hypothesized connection to life itself. Some scientists propose that plasmoids might represent a fourth domain of life, existing independently of DNA-based biology. This idea stems from their ability to self-replicate and engage in seemingly purposeful interactions. Could plasmoids be a form of prebiotic chemistry, or even a non-carbon-based life form? If so, they might hold the key to understanding the origins of life and its potential diversity across the cosmos. The link to UAPs grows even stronger when considering how plasmoids interact with electromagnetic fields. Military and civilian pilots have reported encounters with luminous objects capable of sudden accelerations and sharp turns. These behaviors align with the known properties of plasmoids, suggesting that many UAP sightings could be plasma phenomena rather than extraterrestrial spacecraft. The recent drone sightings in New Jersey add another layer to this puzzle.
All right.
Eyewitness accounts.
Pause 3:11. Okay, go ahead. We're about to make a switcheroo real quick. Put y'all on big screen. All right, my daughter gave me back the big screen. So you ain't gotta use, you know what I'm saying, squint your eye type ordeal. Hey, take the Bluetooth off, Journey. You ain't gotta squint your eyes. All right, we about to be on and schmopping. Ah, you heard that? Ding, ding. We hooked up, baby. It's time to knock them out the box. Knock them out the box. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me get back to YouTube. All right, real quick. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. You know, catch it raw and uncut, baby. 333, 301, huh? All right, there go my joint. You know, I got everybody's device connected. Let me see now. Let me do that real quick like that. Bam! Should be right where we left off.
Describe coordinated drone movements, often occurring during or after thunderstorms, conditions known to foster plasmoid formation. Speculation has surged that these drones are part of scientific or military missions to study plasmoids. Equipped with advanced sensors, the drones may be capturing high-resolution data to better understand plasmoids' behaviors and interactions with electromagnetic fields. Given their potential link to UAPs, plasmoids are likely to be high-priority targets for research.
Disney Plus.
Really? We gotta go with you guys with these interruptions.
Building on the mystery of plasmoids, we turn to another extraordinary frontier in physics, the quark-gluon plasma, QGP. This extreme state of matter provides a window into the universe's earliest moments and offers insights into the behavior of matter and fundamental forces under conditions of extraordinary density and heat. Why does this matter? For one, QGP's behavior provides a unique testing ground for quantum chromodynamics, Susskirt QCD, the theory describing strong interactions. For example, researchers have observed how QGP behaves like an almost perfect fluid, flowing with minimal resistance. This superfluid property challenges existing models and pushes the boundaries of physics. Interestingly, both QGP and naturally occurring plasmoids exhibit characteristics that challenge the line between chaos and order. These parallels offer a unique perspective on how fundamental cosmic phenomena might be interconnected with atmospheric and extraterrestrial events. Beyond its theoretical significance, QGP could inspire technological advances. By understanding how particles behave under extreme conditions, scientists may unlock applications in energy, materials science, and even space exploration. It also deepens our grasp of how plasmoids might function, offering a bridge between lab-based discoveries and the complex behaviors observed in natural plasmas. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Could plasmoids be connected to extraterrestrial intelligence? Building on the parallels between plasmoid behaviors and quark-gluon plasma dynamics, the possibility of intelligent plasma entities becomes increasingly plausible. Just as QGP provides insights into the universe's earliest conditions, plasmoids may offer a glimpse into the potential for exotic, non-carbon-based life forms that challenge our understanding of intelligence and consciousness.
All right. back to Woodward.
Now, I don't believe these drones have anything to do with alien beings, and even if they did, why in the world would they go to Jersey?
Thanks, Angel.
U.S. Air Force fact sheet concerning UFOs and Project Blue Book. On December 17, 1969, the Secretary of the Air Force announced the termination of Project Blue Book, the Air Force program for the investigation of UFOs. From 1947 to 1969, a total of 12,618 sightings were reported to Project Blue Book. Of these, 701 remain unidentified. The project was headquartered at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, whose personnel no longer receive, document, or investigate UFO reports. The decision to discontinue UFO investigations was based on an evaluation of a report prepared by the University of Colorado entitled Scientific Study of Unidentified Flying Objects. A review of the University of Colorado's report by the National Academy of Sciences, Past UFO Studies in Air Force Experience Investigating UFO Reports during the 40s, 50s, and 60s. As a result of these investigations and studies and experience gained from investigating UFO reports since 1948, the conclusions of Project Blue Book are: number one, no UFO reported, investigated, and evaluated by the Air Force has ever given any indication of threat to our national security. Number two, there has been no evidence submitted to or discovered by the Air Force that sightings categorized as unidentified represent technological developments or principles beyond the range of present-day scientific knowledge. And number three, there has been no evidence indicating that sightings categorized as unidentified are extraterrestrial vehicles. Okay, so that's Project Blue Book. Now, Project Blue Beam is a theory that there may be a secret plan by powerful organizations or governments to establish a global regime by faking a religious or extraterrestrial event using advanced technology. Now, this theory came around in the 1990s, presented by Sergei Manas, who was a Canadian journalist. And he claimed that this operation's focus would be deceiving humanity. The information that comes from Manas comes from the books he's written. And based on those writings, Project Blue Beam comes in the form of 4 stages. The first step, or stage, involves rewriting all established archaeological and religious knowledge. And it starts with earthquakes being created at specific locations around the world. Now, these earthquakes, because of the movement of the ground, are set up to uncover new discoveries that would rewrite the basic doctrines of major world religions. The purpose would be to convince people that their religious teachings were misunderstood or misinterpreted. Manas suggested that psychological preparation for this already began through popular media. So these earthquakes would occur in regions that are associated with archaeological and religious teachings, uncovering ancient secrets. Now, this first stage, in my opinion, is
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do anything to protect the ones you love.
Like, let's tell them that they're from the West when they're really from the East. Let's tell them we brought them on ships. That's part of it.
but it doesn't seem reasonable. That's to assume that people would be...
For those that did it already, not talking to you. Thanks, Angel, and those that listen. Hit that like button. Share, even if you don't believe it. See and test the spirit you do like. See their reaction.
Just to give up on their faith, especially based on some archaeological find, that's just not going to be enough. The second stage of Project Bluebeam involves a psychological operation using advanced technology to project holographic images in the sky. And these projections would simulate a global event with the appearance of religious figures or deities tailored to each region's faith. There is the use of holographic satellites.
Wait a minute. The great deception in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, which we said, they got the voice of every god language out here, tricking people, saying they're going to have versions. Definitely Most High don't work like that. Sex is involved? Wow, man, that was part of the fruit. Back in the day, that was considered evil. So, you got these, oh, we saw the Mother Mary. Oh, we saw Jesus. When they point to the sky and tell you, that is not me. See how quick the prophecy come together and you didn't even know it was talking about technology.
We project these images worldwide, synchronized with sophisticated audio technology capable of simulating the voices of the deities, speaking directly to individuals in their language. Now, this is the stage that most people refer to when it comes to Bluebeam, and that's the fake alien invasion. Monast implies if that is successful, then this would lead to the end of religious divisions. And this unification would be a step in the direction of a new world ideology, with the manipulators posing as the ultimate saviors or divine entities. And a lot of this sounds like borrowed prophecy from Revelation.
What did your Pope just do? Whom in past we know they bear the mark of worshiping Samael, Venus, Lilith, devil, whatever. And everybody wanted to see the portals that he was opening. I don't even know when it's opening up Venus again. So for 1,000 years before that, they were consistently dealing with this deity. YouTube, you always get the exclusive, man. Seems like the Most High is with YouTube. 1,000 years he would be let out. Now he'd been reigning, him and his minions, and the 199 other Satanels, but he didn't come out in 1,000 years. He's gonna come out in when you're looking for a savior. The last 3.5 years of the lying 7-year promise we're getting ready to walk into. And so you will see it will knock out or remove or just wait till his time the one that want to listen to the spirit of the Most High with the red hat, formerly known as Trump. The last trumpet is sounding off. But not like how you think. Then I showed you a trumpet for real, supernaturally, with a big old Isatam, another source planet coming. And they admitted it to you and told you that your sun is out. Wow. We also spoke that, the prophecies talked about this tech, blue beam. It didn't say that, but it said, when they say I'm in the sky, the birds will beat you. So I told you, you will see me first. The only way that could happen is within you. The Christian book, the fire will test everybody. Yes, it is. So, let's get back and let's get this understanding. Because those that think they do, they don't.
And that fake alien invasion is what leads us into the beast system.
The fake alien invasion is the fooling of the elect written in your book. Same tech. See? But you verbalize it differently, but it's the same ending, baby. Same outcome.
Or maybe just the landmark in the timeline. What happened to the drones? People just Gave up, huh? I know it's still active, right? Are we letting our guard down? Are we failing to react in the manner that they expected us to? Or maybe this is what they expected. A docile and shaken, self-interested mass, oblivious. No matter how they go about doing this, the outcome is what matters to them. Widespread spiritual disorientation, preparing us to accept the authority of a centralized power structure. There's the third stage in monastic theory that focuses on the use of advanced technology to manipulate the human mind on a mass scale. This is low frequency electromagnetic waves targeting the brain to stimulate artificial thoughts or feelings. For example, if they wanted to convince people that they are receiving personal messages from their deity, they can do that. Then there's the fourth stage, which is a staged alien invasion. Not a holographic light show, but an invasion, or a technologically simulated apocalyptic event, like earthquakes, fires, natural disasters. And then the controllers of the operation would present themselves as saviors of humanity. And Manas says that this stage would capitalize on the psychological panic caused by the previous stages. Then people would have little resistance to accepting the new system. And like I said before, this is probably mostly based on biblical prophecy. From Sergei Manas' perspective, or how he would see that playing out. The only real issue I have with this theory, I don't think they're going to have to fake anything. I think most would agree that reality is more complex than what Manas describes. I think he was being nice. People see UFOs every day. Do any of you know how many UFOs have been sighted where you live? Why not? You mean you don't know how many flying saucers flew over your house? You don't know how many times aliens flew over your house? I don't either. But what would it really take to convince people? And do you think they have what it takes? The ability to fake an apocalypse?
For the elect to get food, and the elect are those that follow the faith? Exactly. I said, ain't nothing new under the solar sun, you know what I mean? Thanks for coming out to HSE-TV Entertainment. I'm your host, B.C. the I Vet Root, B.C. the Hebrew, you might say. Yashi Yalla, War Ready, Braca, Angel Roland, Braca, KG Brown, Braca, Bendición, Henry Abrego, Braca, Bonaz, Tardas. We after the noon and definitely about to come into the evening of the night of no chives. Braca, Bushman. Thanks for coming out and sharing. Hit that like button if you don't want to share. You know, I know it's kind of hard for people to graft, but sowing seeds, it is. You don't know if you're going to crop or germinate what you put into the ground. You can just hope for the best, right? But then you will see how blessed your hand is by the fruit of the harvest or the germination that comes up. Now comes the work. Pruning it, keeping it together, weeding all weeds out. You know, it's work to eat. You know what I'm saying? That was part of the curse, but don't be part of the deception, all right? You rise above all things of this universe and stay in the Holy Spirit. Some know to be Sophia. Some say the Holy Spirit. Some say another comforter, the advocate of the Kairos, the body, bride of the Most High. Deuces.